Welcome back to Three Bold Takes, guys. We're doing our pick'ems for week 8. We're going to do 6 games split up into different videos. Tell you what we got for this week. And we're going to do an update on the records right now, guys, or we're going to hold off for another week.
We can do an update on the records if you want to. Do you want
I
to,
don't,
Quinn?
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
I know I'm at the bottom.
we'll go from top to bottom. I'm in first with a 20 and 13 record. Freddie has broke 500 and is 17 and 16. And then Quinn, you're at 15 and 18, brother. We hope you can.
I know. Hey, it's actually growth. Believe it or not, it's growth. I
It
started
is
off really bad.
right.
You did. You did. So then we come to a 2:30 game between number 17 Tennessee traveling to Bryant-Denny in a revenge game for Alabama. Alabama is 11th in the country playing at home. Alabama, believe it or not, comes in as a 9-point favorite in this game at home with a 74% chance to win according to ESPN Analytics. Chase, let's lead us off.
Yeah, if you watched our overreaction videos, I explained that Tennessee's defense is actually better than their offense this year. And I've been looking at Tennessee. I live in Murfreesboro, if you guys don't know. So I've been getting a lot more algorithm for Tennessee Twitter, and everybody hates Joe Milton. They want the Nico kid to come in. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name, but they want Joe Milton gone, and rightfully so. Joe Milton has made a lot of bad mistakes late in games and stuff like that. That a lot of these games, like they escaped against Texas A&M this past weekend. If Texas A&M's offense got going at all, they would have escaped or they would have lost that game. But Joe Milton makes a lot of poor choices late in games that causes close games or losses, like against Florida. And so their defense, they're third in the nation in sacks, which is huge going against Alabama. Alabama's worst thing about their offense is first their pass protection, which has gotten better, but their pass protection, and then Jalen Milroe has no awareness in the pocket. And that's something that, as a Tennessee defense, you've got to be licking your chops for. Closing it in on him, he doesn't know when to leave. He doesn't, and first off, I don't think he throws the ball away at all, which is another big problem. And so Tennessee, I think, is going to come to this game looking really good. 9.5 points is a lot for this game, a lot. Definitely a rivalry game. A lot of emotions from last year. I think there's going to be a hangover from last year for both of these teams. Tennessee coming in thinking that they might have the better of it. Alabama thinking that they have to get revenge for this game and trying to score 60 on them, and then they barely can score 20, something like that. But for Alabama, I'm going to take Alabama in this game because I think they get the better of Joe Milton and that Tennessee offense. However, watch the defensive backs in this game for Alabama. They got caught up in the gimmicky system that Heupel put out there for the receivers, got lost a lot of receivers, a lot of blown coverages. Watch for that again this year. But if you watched Pat McAfee a few weeks ago, Nick Saban had a Tennessee playbook like about that thick on his desk. So I think they're going to come in prepared for this game. I'm going to take Alabama, but I'm taking Tennessee on the spread.
Yeah, this game, the Texas crowd was crazy in Bryant-Denny. This crowd's going insane. I am so glad this rivalry's back. As like growing up, I was really into like the history of college football, and specifically Alabama football when I was a kid because I grew up an Alabama fan. This is my favorite game in all of football. Like everyone has that game that they made them fall in love with the game. This one's mine. It was a great game last year. I think this season, like forget everything that happened last season. This season is going to be a completely different story. This is going to be a game about defense. While Alabama's offensive line had a good second half against Texas A&M, now I don't want to understate how well they played against that pass rush because it's a good pass rush. They played really bad against it in the first half. I think Tennessee defensively has plays to be made. Vice versa, the Alabama defense is legit. And I think they'll show up again this week against Tennessee. And you've got to remember the crowd will play a role. I think it's going to help the defense. And then offensively with Alabama's offense, man, they're a boom or bust team. Like they're either going to go 3 and out, throw a pick, or they're going to hit a 70-yard bomb. You don't know what's going to happen when they come out. But ultimately, it's just difficult for me to make any other pick than the one I'm about to make because Tennessee, they're low down, they're dirty, there's some snitches. And it don't matter what bit of advice or expertise I can take when it comes to the third Saturday. I can't do anything other than pick Alabama. So I got Alabama winning the game. I got Alabama beating Tennessee by 47. Like, not really. I got Alabama by like 6. But for the bit, 47.
Wow, roll tide, brother. I'm gonna follow that up. I'm definitely picking Alabama to win this game at home. But if you look at the statistics between these two teams, it's scarily identical. When you look at offense and defense, right? But Tennessee averages 443 yards on offense. Alabama only 367. So obviously Tennessee has the edge when it comes to offense. What concerns me is Tennessee averages 231 yards rushing. Not to say that Alabama struggles against the run. I think they give up more big plays with the run than they do passing, personally. When you look at the defense, though, this is where it gets really scary. Yards allowed, Tennessee allows 303 yards, Bama 292. Passing yards, 197 Tennessee, 187 Bama. Listen to this. Rushing yards allowed. Tennessee 105.2. I have to put the decimal in. Alabama 105.3. Over 6 games, that's insane that the rushing yards allowed is that similar and the stats overall is that similar. Alabama coming in as a 9-point favorite to me is unreal, considering what we saw last week against Arkansas, a far less superior team to Alabama, rather. Now, I know they played some close games, but let's be honest, that game should not have been as close as it was at home. But I don't anticipate Alabama slowing down after halftime against Tennessee like they did against Arkansas a week ago. I think Alabama wins this game, but they do not cover the 9 points or the 9.5 points, whatever it is. So if I'm a betting man, I would take Alabama, or I would take Tennessee in the points, but I think Alabama will definitely win this game in Bryant-Denny. Crowd's going to be rocking. I'm going to be rocking from my place. I'm super excited for this game. I'm excited that this rivalry is back, Quinn, just like you said. My dad instilled in me that he hates Tennessee. I never experienced it until last year. They're low down, they dirty, they some snitches. I hate the color orange. I don't like pumpkins, right? Everything. I'm not a dog person. I actually am a dog person, but for this bit, I'm not a dog person. So give me Alabama to win the game, but not cover the spread. I hate Tennessee. I can't stress that enough.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this week's predictions for the upcoming games in the college football schedule. Make sure you check out all 6 of them. We got them all up on the YouTube page. I'm Quinn. I'm with Chase and Freddie. We're out.